Gata Cochigela. No, I don't even know if I'm saying this right.
Take care of him. That's what it means. Take care of him. He'll be alone now.
Hey, come here, man. Come here. Hey, let's go back, okay?
I took 4 AK-47s. I buried one, threw one in a pond, soaked one in ocean water, and then I put the other in a deep freezer. So it has been a little over 100 days. These things are done marinating. It's time to dig them up and pull them out and see if they function or not. So first up is the buried AK-47. You can see right there, that's the, oh, that's not looking good. This is the AK-47 that we...
Check your gear and weapons. It's all what I say.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, he just ate a piece of lettuce. He just ate a piece of lettuce.
The AI expert from Fiverr just launched our app.
The app significantly improved.
Boom. Now, Tyler Perry always had a squeaky clean record until a man named Christian Keys came out and did not say Tyler Perry's name, but he came out with a live stream saying, yo, man, there's this dude in Hollywood that people look up to that may surprise you, that was a little inappropriate towards me, let's say. Again, did not name the celebrity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, that could be anybody in Hollywood. But see, Christian Keys had ties with Tyler Perry. And Christian Keys also said something very important. He said, this person, this billionaire. Now, how many billionaires are there in Hollywood? You can count them on your fingers. So people assumed it was Tyler Perry. They asked Christian Keys afterwards. He said, I didn't say it was Tyler Perry. I didn't say nothing. So people thought that he got paid off or this, that, and the third. Regardless, it didn't matter. The rumor was sparked, and that's all was needed, right? In fact, in Tyler Perry's lawsuit today, the dude who's suing him, Derek Dixon, said he saw what Christian Keys said and thought, oh, that's exactly what's happening to me. Christian Keys must be talking about Tyler Perry. I'm finna come out. We finna get it started. Now, all that being said, let's talk about the lawsuit today. And again, we're about to shift to this vertical format. So 3, 2, 1, boom. So Tyler Perry had a problem. Now, first things first, if you don't know Tyler Perry, you know Tyler Perry. Very famous entertainment executive. He did the Medea movie. Anyway, meet Derek Dixon, a man who's suing Tyler Perry for $260 million. Now, he's suing Tyler Perry for something called quid pro quo. Listen closely. Quid pro quo basically means if you do something for me, I do something for you. But see, a lot of times it's not that simple because there's an unspoken flip side. If you don't do this something for me, you know what's going to happen to you. Now, let's get
Back
a little
up,
deeper into
bro.
this. Now, this is all alleged, so pretend I'm saying alleged in front of anything. Okay, so Derek Dixon said he's working at the party, right, with event staff. Tyler Perry at the party, he said, oh, who that? He goes up to Derek Dixon and said, hey, you want to be in some movies and stuff? Derek Dixon said, oh, man, this is my big break. Tyler Perry must see something in me. Now, thing is, to the public, Tyler Perry is known as a really nice guy. So Derek Dixon is just automatically assuming that. So Tyler starts texting him, like, hey, bro, like, you good? Like, what's going on? Derek said, what's going on with me, man? I just been chilling. Tyler Perry said, chilling in your new car. Look outside. Derek looks outside. Derek got a new car, courtesy of Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry said, matter of fact, you trying to act, right? Derek said, yeah. Tyler Perry said, come on my new show. Derek said, man, this dude is locked in. And suddenly, Tyler Perry started texting a little weird. A bunch of texts, calling all the time. Derek's like, damn, slow down, bro. Tyler started coming out a little strong. Started getting a little bit inappropriate. Derek said, okay, let me just ignore this. It's all gonna go away. Tyler said, hey, come to the crib. Derek said, what? He said, you work as event staff, right? Derek said, yeah. Tyler said, yeah, come to the crib. As event staff, bro. I'm not, come as event staff. Derek comes to the crib. Everybody drinking, everybody having a good time. Derek drinking. Everybody leaves. Derek about to leave. Tyler
Go
said,
lay down.
you've been drinking. Derek said, yeah, that's true.
Go lay down.
Tyler says, you could just stay
Babe.
in the guest room. You good. Derek goes into the guest room. He don't got no pajamas.
Lay down.
Underclothes. Goes to sleep. Somebody climbs in the bed next to him. Hello, hello.
Lay down.
You ain't heard me say it started to get wicked yet. We just getting started. Tyler Perry started grabbing on bro. Derek gets up. He said, yo, chill out, man. I don't really do that. I don't do that. My fault. Derek said, all right, bro. Tyler said, all right, bro. I'm gonna catch you. Tyler leaves. Tyler then texts Derek. This is the next day. Tyler says, look, bro, I got a new show for you. Now, here's where the stakes get raised. Right now, Derek has got a small part in one of Tyler's smaller shows. After this incident happens, Tyler says, look, I got a bigger show for you in a bigger show. Derek says, all right, I'll do it. So Derek Dixon gets a part on Tyler Perry's show called The Oval. The whole time, Tyler Perry's still texting him, saying, see, if my friends do stuff for me, I do stuff for them. Quid pro quo. Remember that. Now let's look at the flip side of quid pro quo. At the end of the season, Derek Dixon's character, who, side note, is a professional Netflix watcher who would do anything for money, that's his character gets, right? Derek said, yo, Tyler, my character's just gone like that? Tyler said, well, he's not gone just yet. Who knows, next season he could come back. But remember, I do things for people that do stuff for me. Mind you, whole time Tyler Perry is texting Derek very inappropriate things. So Derek knew what he wanted. Derek said, Tyler, you tripped, watch out. Tyler says, ooh, perhaps I said too much. What if I give you another show, Derek? Derek had a show idea that he wanted produced. Tyler Perry said, I could do that for you. Come to my house and we can discuss the finer details. And here's where things start to get wicked. Derek pulls up to Tyler Perry's crib. Tyler Perry said, okay, let's talk about us. Derek said, now let's talk about the show. He's bugging. But Derek is saying this in a nice way, not my aggressive ass tone. Tyler's like, bro, come on, like, why you always trying to talk about show stuff? Derek says, you know what, it's getting late. Tyler says, all right, you're right. You can stay in the guest room again. Tyler Perry then suddenly grabs Derek and starts pulling things off, getting very aggressive. Derek is telling him, no, chill. Tyler keeps going. Derek says, you know what, dang, I'm too hungry. Tyler says, all right, we can get some food. Tyler and Derek eat. Derek rushes to the guest room, tries to lock the door, but there's no lock. So Derek goes into the bathroom and locks the door. Derek goes home. Tyler Perry starts messaging him like, dang, we got pretty lit last night. Derek don't respond. Tyler probably at this point knows, oh dang, I messed up. So people start messaging Derek saying, ooh, you just got a raise, man. You just got a raise. Your character coming back. We paying you so much more. Derek not responding. Tyler then says to Derek, look, I just started talks on your new show. Your new show is getting picked up. You want to start it or not? Derek says, damn, yeah, I do want to start the show. So he starts messaging Tyler back. Derek says his plan was to start the show, make the show get super popular, have enough power, so then he could snitch on Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry never starts his show, though. Derek is still playing his character in Tyler Perry's show, The Oval. He keeps asking Tyler, dude, when's my show starting? Tyler's avoiding the subject. The whole time he's still being very inappropriate towards Derek. Eventually, Tyler says, look, Netflix not starting your show. Derek says, okay, cool, I'm suing you. And here we are today. Now, usually how these things go is the battle of public opinion. What you think matters a lot. If you don't like Tyler Perry, you stop watching his shows. Tyler Perry loses a lot of money. So Derek and his lawyers released text messages of Tyler Perry basically supporting Derek's claim. Tyler Perry looks very aggressive. Tyler Perry's response to all this is, this is scam. Tyler Perry basically saying, I'm rich, Derek knows I'm rich, Derek wants my money. So depending on what everybody thinks, if everybody's thinking, no, Tyler Perry did it, then Tyler Perry might settle with Derek and his lawyers, maybe give him $100 million, depending on how much evidence that Derek has. They might take it to trial, they might take a settlement. Who knows? We're just gonna have to wait and see. At the end of the day, this is not a good look for Tyler Perry. But again, we wait, we see.
Searching for a reliable used sedan.
No, kids, not this one. Original Jake from State Farm. Now, for those of you that don't know, back in the day, this was Jake from State Farm. State Farm had a problem. Jake was way more popular than they thought he was gonna get. He was just supposed to show up for one commercial. The commercial was him talking to someone in the middle of the night. His wife snatches the phone. She says, you cheating. She said, what you wearing, mama? And everyone laughed. I mean, really laughed. All about the way he my phone talking about khaki. Because you see the wife. So much so that years later, State Farm decided to make Jake their official mascot. They started playing the commercial again. Wife says, what are you wearing? And then this dude pops up. Everybody said, hey, yo! And here's why State Farm did it. See, it turns out the original Jake was actually named Jake. And he actually worked at a State Farm call center. He wanted someone from State Farm to play the role. He said, I'll do it. He said, khakis? The rest was history. But State Farm needed an actor, someone who could be Jake from State Farm 24/7. So in commercials, open video games, all that, so they chose him. Jake just kept working at the call center, but I believe now he works as a bartender.
Gonna steal something, you gotta let me know, okay? So I can write it off on the books. Great, thanks. It's easy as that.
Extra tartar sauce.
Hey, he doesn't know his sex.
Is it true? You really taking off?
Yep. Guess the truck can't get stolen on your watch without management getting all pissed off. My wife left me when she heard I lost my job. Broke my heart.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
She took everything. Now I'm bankrupt. Couldn't even afford to buy no food. Only thing left in the house was a bag of sugar. Now you know what's gonna happen. Diabetes. But it could be worse.
Tell you what, you come back on your way out, maybe I'll give you a tank of gas or something.
Hell yeah. You take care of yourself, Rob. Enjoy your life, youngin'. The smiles, the laughter, the little things that make you happy. Because out of the blue, some ruffians could jack your damn trucks and life take a different turn. Snap on your phone.
Gonna steal something, you gotta let me know. Okay? So I can write it off on the books. Great.
Hey, well, oh, I gotta keep filming. There's some people. Are they coming up on us?
She is your daughter.
What? You had an intimate relationship with Talea.
Yes, I did, but
You are her father.
why is she here?
Talea feared that if anyone learned of the child's existence, it would lead to scandal and destroy her political ambitions.
She provides for the girl's needs, but has no contact with her.
You can see, she is half human.
Does she know about me?
She does not. It is best that way.
What's your name?
Anaya.
That's a pretty name.
What's yours?
I'm Ed.
That's a funny name. You look funny.
Thanks, I get that a lot. I don't know how.
It's easy. I'll show you.
You know, you're really smart.
She is quite extraordinary.
Yeah, she is.
Do you feel shame?
No, why would I?
Some would look at Anaya and see an abomination. I see a beautiful child and something much more. Hope.
We are part of a coalition that believes that a treaty with the Union is still possible. Given the outcome of the election, it would take a miracle to make it happen now.
Anaya could be that miracle. You must show the child to all of Krill. Her mother will no longer be able to deny her existence. She is your daughter.
What? You had...
This is the definition of find something you good at and keep doing it. I'm here to tell you, man. But look, if you supposed to be on that tractor with the box blade and spread all this gravel right here, and boss man see him pull up and doing this right here, clock out. Matter of fact, find you another job. This is the definition of find something you good at.
Rappers who got killed the same day after they dissed Dead Ops in an interview. Like that time, Philly rapper YBC Dull, a.k.a. Mr. Disrespectful, who went viral for digging up his ops' grave on IG Live. Right after pulling up to a no-jumper interview, where he doubled down and dissed all his ops and their dead homies.
Fuck all ops, fuck CCK, fuck LMG, 56th Street, Belmont, I never got back. No, 44 CB take me off. Look, 38th Street, 38th Street, I ain't even go live. The Dub 2, Parkside, Bud, Blue Buff, all niggas. Is the real disrespectful. I'm gonna fuck who you is. I will disrespect you.
After the interview, he got caught lacking. He was sitting at a red light when a car pulled up and let off shots in a drive-by. He took hits to the chest and hand. They rushed him to the hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead shortly after. Rappers who got killed the same day after they dissed Dead.
There are two kinds of people in this world. Hopeless romantics and realists.
Right.
A realist just sees...
Mr. Woodruff, could you kindly tell us what you're doing? Well, I'm just giving people information, Rich, at this trial I'm in. Why'd you cut off peptide T, Rich? Non-toxic drug that I got proof works. And at the National Institute of Mental Health, your own people say it's completely safe.
Mr. Woodruff, I'm afraid that you are nothing more than a common drug dealer. So if you'll excuse us, we would like...
I'm a drug dealer. Now you're the fucking drug dealer. See, the pharma companies pay the FDA to push their products. Well, fuck no, they don't want to see my research.
All right.
I don't have enough cash in my pocket to make it worth their while.
It's enough.
Maybe one day you'll get off your ass and do your fucking job.
I need you to leave. Let's go. I state that you have a right to choose your own medical care. That is interpreted as medical care that is approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Regarding the FDA, the court is highly disturbed by its bullying tactics and direct interference with the drug every agency has found to be non-toxic.
Mr. Woodruff.
Rooney? Chicky, what the hell? Why are you in the middle of the jungle in the middle of Vietnam? Long story, but the CIA, they're after me. So you came to Vietnam? No, I saw shit that I wasn't supposed to see. They were throwing people out of helicopters.
How'd you know CIA?
Because I was in the chopper with them.
Wait, you're CIA?
No, well, they thought that I was one of them. This kid, he said he could drive me all the way to play cool. But I knew it was bullshit. There was a foot-long caterpillar. It was seriously.
Hey, take a breath. We gotta get the hell out of here before we get killed.
I hope you have a safe trip back home.
How'd you know I was leaving?
Everyone leaves Saigon. After we fix it up, someone else comes and knocks it back down.
Every country America goes to war with, leave it in better shape than we found it.
You sure got some weird fireworks out here.
Ain't fireworks, man. They trace around.
Get your asses out of here before.
No, don't shoot! Don't run! Don't! Rooney? Chicky, what the hell? Why are you in the middle of
of the jungle in the middle of Vietnam. Long story, but the CIA, they're after me. So you came to Vietnam? No, because I saw shit that I wasn't supposed to see. They were throwing people out of helicopters.
How'd you know CIA?
Because I was in the chopper with them. Wait,
No. Just as he saw this man walk through the door, he knew something was suspicious because his own muscle car was standing outside. So he immediately became worried and ran out.
No, 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 no! I didn't mean it. The Mustang too?
But after seeing this, he caught the man peeking out. So he started to run against him to get his revenge. Just as he saw this man walk through the door, he knew something was suspicious because his own muscle car was standing outside. So he immediately became worried and ran out.
No, 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 no!
You learn
It's not sharp at all.
It makes it even more dangerous.
Why?
Because dowel blades are more dangerous than sharp ones.
That sounds so fucking stupid. Imagine the samurais go out, and they come back, and the master's like, "How did you perform?
Yeah.
Who did you kill?
I'll be the samurai.
You be the samurai.
How did you perform? How many you killed?
I injured 4 people.
Okay, but what about Tochi Hona, the one that I told you to go kill?
Yes, I tried.
What happened to Tochi?
I tried to kill him, but
Yeah.
what ended up happening?
Yeah, tell me.
I ended up giving him a massage with a sword.
Now, when I told you to get the sword, you got the sharp sword, right?
About that,
Yeah, tell me.
I read somewhere on the internet that a dull sword is more dangerous.
Oh, did Sensei Makon tell you that?
It's not sharp at all.
It makes it even more dangerous.
Why?
Because dowel blades are more dangerous than sharp ones.
That sounds so fucking stupid. Imagine the samurais go out, and they come back, and the master's like, "How did you perform?
Yeah.
Who did you kill?
I'll be the samurai.
You be the samurai."
When you came out with the Big Hunters Point grade again, I still got my shit in the house. I just in a plastic bag, and I don't want to get yellow or nothing. did that with a collab with.
I found him in the park.
Yeah, let us get you some food and some shoes, maybe.
No.
No, please. We gotta take a look at those feet.
Okay, Ralph. I've paged a plastic surgeon to come take a look at these skin lesions.
I don't have any shoes, but I'm getting plastic surgery.
We just need to run a tox screen.
I don't do drugs or drink alcohol. I just make my home in the park. I'm not like them.
Do you have anywhere else that you could stay? Temporary shelter?
No, they got more people than they got beds. They set a limit on how many nights you could stay. I maxed out months ago. I never thought I'd be calling apartments my home. But rent control went out, and I went out with it.
I'll get you bandaged up. It's important that you keep this clean and dry, okay?
That'll be tricky.
Ralph lives in the park. He brought in a little missing boy today.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want. Not much, but it's enough to keep you warm and dry until you get off the wait list for a real place.
You had all this just in the trunk of your car.
Yeah.
I found him in the park.
Yeah, let us get you some food and some shoes, maybe.
No.
No, please. We gotta take a look at those feet.
Okay, Ralph. I've paged a plastic surgeon to come take a look at these skin lesions.
I don't have any shoes, but I'm getting plastic surgery.
We just need to run a tox screen.
I don't do drugs or drink alcohol. I just make my home in the park. I'm not like them.
Do you have anywhere else that you could stay? Temporary shelter?
No, they got more people than they got beds. They set a limit on how many nights you could stay. I maxed out months ago. I never thought I'd be calling apartments my home. But rent control went out, and I went out with it.
I'll get you bandaged up. It's important that you keep this clean and dry, okay?
That'll be tricky.
Ralph lives in the park. He brought in a little missing boy today.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want. Not much, but it's enough to keep you warm and dry until you get off the wait list for a real place.
You had all this just in the trunk of your car.
Yeah.
I found him in the park.
Yeah, let us get you some food and some shoes, maybe.
No.
No, please. We gotta take a look at those feet.
Okay, Ralph. I've paged a plastic surgeon to come take a look at these skin lesions.
I don't have any shoes, but I'm getting plastic surgery.
We just need to run a tox screen.
I don't do drugs or drink alcohol. I just make my home in the park. I'm not like them.
Do you have anywhere else that you could stay? Temporary shelter?
No, they got more people than they got beds. They set a limit on how many nights you could stay. I maxed out months ago. I never thought I'd be calling apartments my home. But rent control went out, and I went out with it.
I'll get you bandaged up. It's important that you keep this clean and dry, okay?
That'll be tricky.
Ralph lives in the park. He brought in a little missing boy today.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want. Not much, but it's enough to keep you warm and dry until you get off the wait list for a real place.
You had all this just in the trunk of your car.
Yeah.
I found him in the park.
Yeah, let us get you some food and some shoes, maybe.
No.
No, please. We gotta take a look at those feet.
Okay, Ralph. I've paged a plastic surgeon to come take a look at these skin lesions.
I don't have any shoes, but I'm getting plastic surgery.
We just need you to run a talk screen?
I don't do drugs or drink alcohol. I just make my home in the park. I'm not like them.
Do you have anywhere else where you could stay? A temporary shelter?
No, they got more people than they got beds. They set a limit on how many nights you can stay. I maxed out months ago. I never thought I'd be calling apartments my home. But rent control went out and I went out.
I'll get you bandaged up. It's important that you keep this clean and dry, okay?
That'll be tricky.
Ralph lives in the park. He's wanting a little missing boy today.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want. Not much, but it's enough to keep you warm and dry till you get off the wait list for real.
You had all this just in the trunk of your car.
Yeah.
I found him in the park.
Yeah, let us get you some food and some shoes, maybe.
No.
No, please. We got to take a look at those feet.
Okay, Ralph. I paged a plastic surgeon to come take a look at these skin lesions.
Our mission was to bring back Crow. We failed. This man is a foreign intelligence operative. How do we justify bringing him into our borders? A bullet from him. That was his choice. So now we are just supposed to let him die. Let us consider that we him. It is his duty to report back to his country. And as king, it is your duty to protect
Well aware
ours.
of my duties, General. I cannot just let him die, knowing we can save him.
Not exactly how we take him.
All right, where am I?
To skin like that colonizer.
My name is Everett.
And Everett Ross, former Air Force pilot, now sea. No, it's Kansas.
How long ago was Korea?
Yesterday.
I don't think so. All of them will just magically heal again.
They do here, but not by magic, by technology. Don't touch anything, my brother will return soon. Our mission was to bring back Crow. We failed. This man is a foreign intelligence operative. How do we justify bringing him into our borders? A bullet from him. That was his choice. So now...
Shut up. What are you doing? What's that?
And it helps them promote their own evening. Good shit, superstar.
Yeah, whatever. Gonna watch that movie.
Good game today, Coach. Thanks for the ride. Thanks, Coach. You just hop over here and cop me some new shoes real quick.
Man, no, you not. You know, when I was your age, the store used to be 7-Eleven. And every day the school bus dropped me off, I race up in that motherfucker, get me some sweatshirts or some condoms or whatever. I was just putting on the front so nobody seen me walking home. That trailer park around the corner.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
You tell everybody on the team that you're gonna get you a new pair of shoes every day.
It's just kind of embarrassing to be the brokest kid.
Ain't nothing to be embarrassed
Go
about.
lay down.
The best underdog stories start out just like me and you.
You used to live in a trailer park too?
Lot 4, Unit C. That was me.
Let's go, defense, locked up.
Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Turns out, being an incredible role model, that shit is easy as a motherfucker.
I ask for attitude.
Yeah, whatever. Gonna watch that movie.
Good game today, Coach. Thanks for the ride. Thanks, Coach. I'm just hop over here and cop me some new shoes real quick.
Man, no, you not. You know, when I was your age, the store used to be 7-Eleven. And every day the school bus dropped me off, I race up in that motherfucker, get me some sweatshirts or some condoms or whatever.
Lay down. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Nobody seen me walking home. That trailer park around the corner.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
You tell everybody on the team that you're gonna get you a new pair of shoes every day.
It's just kind of embarrassing to be the brokest kid.
Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. The best under...
Check out the new whip.
I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, that's great. Me too. So just to let you know, you have a tampon sticking out of the back.
Maxon's running sharp!
Steady. This was Hitler's response when U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt sent him a list of countries he should not attack.
Endlich die Bereitwilligkeit, ihm die Zusicherung zu geben, dass die deutschen Streitkräfte das Staatsgebiet folgender unabhängiger Nationen nicht angreifen, und er nennt Finnland, Lettland, Litauen, Estland, Norwegen, Schweden, Dänemark, Niederlande, Belgien, Großbritannien, Irland, Frankreich, Portugal, Spanien, die Schweiz, Liechtenstein, Luxemburg.
Why did Isaac kill his soldiers in episode 4? Isaac killed his own soldiers to prove loyalty to the WLF. He's disgusted by Fedra's cruelty and no longer believes in the fascist rule. When civilians stop the convoy, Isaac throws grenades into the truck, locking his own men inside, but keeps one soldier alive. He spares the young soldier because he's uncorrupted by Fedra and believes he can be shaped into a loyal follower of the WLF. Why did Isaac kill his soldiers in episode 4? Isaac killed his own soldiers to prove loyalty to the WLF. He's disgusted.
I'm 43.
How old do you think I am?
I would say...
Pete Davidson's here.
This is the kind of place you don't want to fall down. This place is called Buttertubs. It's in the Yorkshire Dales National Park. It's a pothole, a cave entrance, and apparently it's named Buttertubs because back in the day, farmers would be passing through this area, taking their produce to the local market. And they'd use this as a resting point, a stop-off point. And on the hot days, they would lower their produce, their tubs of butter, down into the pothole in order to keep them cool. This is the kind of place you don't want to fall down. This place is called
They might be up.
Carl, meet Shithead. I'll let you kids get to know each other.
Oh, the dude who trimmed his dick? Damn, I wouldn't let anyone within 10 feet of my junk with a knife.
You're not circumcised?
Hell no.
I don't mind it anymore.
You know she's got gonorrhea, right?
The hell are you doing here?
Nothing.
Well, you got me grounded for a month, so.
Where's your dad? Morning, Sergeant. Ready to hit the shooting range?
Yep. Let me grab my gun.
What's going on?
You've been texting that college boy all week. Think I didn't notice. I told you to cut it. But since I have a daughter who doesn't respect my wishes, she gets a father who doesn't respect hers. Let's go, son. Picture somebody whose guts you hate.
Alpha, Sigma, gonorrhea, or toast?
Well, I'll be damned. You got any more tricks up your sleeve?
I want to be on the SWAT team.
Carl, meet Shithead. I'll let you kids get to know each other.
Oh, the dude who trimmed his dick? Damn, I wouldn't let anyone within 10 feet of my junk with a knife.
You're not circumcised?
Hell no.
I don't mind it anymore.
You know she's got gonorrhea.
So what's your take?
Millennials and Gen Z are going to be really good old people.
100% agree.
Because old people now are, they didn't see World War II. Half of them dodged the draft.
Oh, you're saying they didn't do much.
They didn't do enough.
They're
and then
around.
They brag about how, life was better. And it's like, yeah, the things were cheap and you could do whatever you wanted.
They ruined it. We know this, right?
We know
like,
this.
Like the boomers ruined America.
They talk about the good old days. And then they say the worst thing you've ever heard in your life. With this nostalgia, they go, oh, we used to beat up blind kids. Like, they have the worst memories.
Right.
Whereas, you're a millennial, how old are you?
That's
rude.
rude.
You know what? I don't want to know.
I'm a millennial.
By the time we're old, we're going to have witnessed the collapse of American civilization. By the time we're 70, we're going to have seen this whole country fall apart, death, global warming, fire. We're gonna remember the good old days. We're gonna remember them. We're gonna genuinely remember. We're gonna tell our grandkids about Florida.
Because it won't be here anymore.
Because it won't be here. We get to tell them about trees.
Those won't be here anymore.
About voting. How fun is that gonna be? We're gonna go back in my day. Every 4 years, you'd pick between two pedophiles. Sometimes a woman. They would lose.
And she's oftentimes not a pedophile.
But always
Shut the fuck up.
kill us with choppers, man.
fucking business.
Meet Robert, the guy who caused the greatest spy disaster in history, resulting in dozens of spies getting captured. And how, you ask? Well, because Robert had a problem. It all started when he gets hired by the FBI. He walks in and said, when am I gonna start sliding over cars like James Bond in them? They said, man, James Bond had paperwork, bro. Yeah, bro thought the FBI was all crazy spy work, but somebody gotta do the paperwork. So bro was like, okay, that's fine. As long as I get some paper for this paperwork. He said, ain't no paper. He walks over to his boss. He said, my boy, I think you're missing like a zero in here. His boss said, Jeremy, go back and do your paperwork. First of all, my name is Robert. Second of all, boss said, let me stop you right there, Roscoe. All you gotta do is be patient. Put in the work. This is a job like anywhere else. Robert said, okay, man. Now we start selling American secrets to the Russians. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, damn. Well, what if I tell you he had two reasons for doing it? One, he had a big family and his salary wasn't enough to support them. And two, Robert's a little weird. Remember when I told you Robert was trying to slide over cars like James Bond? I was serious. He thought he was way too good at his job and his talents were being wasted. And well, he might have been right. In fact, how he contacted the Russians was he found one of their secret bases disguised as an office and walked right in the front door. He said, my name is Ramon and I'm an FBI agent. They said, well, why approach us? We're just simple office workers. Robert said, okay, well, I have information if you want it. They said, yeah, what is it? And Robert tells them a bunch of stuff, but most importantly, he tells them that one of their top Russian generals is actually an American spy. This is a huge blow to American intelligence agencies. They figure out that there's a traitor. They see Robert was too slick. First of all, his weirdness worked in his favor. He was acting like he was in a spy movie. He would give the Russians information through insanely convoluted code words and schemes. They were annoying, but it was working. But he also worked in counterintelligence, which meant his job was to look for traitors. But here's where it starts to get wicked. He gets caught. None other than his wife. Robert cheated on his wife before, and he's been away for long hours. So she confronts him. She said, where you been at? I've been here this whole time. I'm just writing a letter. His letter was a letter to the Russians. He snatches the letter. She says, give me that letter, little boy. He said, what is? He just comes clean. He says, I'm not cheating. I'm a spy for the Russians. She freaks out. So she takes him to church. She goes to their priest. He says, are you here to confess? He says, yes, I'm a Russian spy. The priest says, Robert said, did you hear me? I know Russian. Hey, you gotta go tell the FBI right now. He says, okay, I'm gonna go do it. He starts leaving. The priest goes, wait, come back. Robert comes back. He says, what's gonna happen if you tell him? Robert goes, they finna hurt me. The priest says, okay, don't tell him. Just stop right now. So Robert stops. He doesn't. That spy life is too good. So he starts giving the Russians more information. He starts telling the Russians about the top American spies. He starts getting paper at this point. Look at his face. You know that boy got money. So he gets himself a little girlfriend. He starts leaving stacks of cash everywhere, whatever. His wife notices the stacks of cash. She goes to her brother, who's also an FBI agent, and says Robert has been leaving stacks of cash everywhere. Now, at this point, everyone's searching for who the traitor is. Top spies are getting all over. The brother was like, what else did he say? The wife said he also wants to retire in Poland, which was right next to Russia. The brother goes to his supervisor. He says, yo, you gotta hear this. The supervisor doesn't want to hear it because the FBI was very arrogant. Yeah, they were looking for traitors mostly everywhere except for the FBI. So Robert gets away. Then he has to stop again because the Soviet Union collapsed. If you didn't know, Russians have all these countries taken over and it's called Soviet Union. That's why the Ukraine thing is happening today. One of the reasons. Russia starts restoring itself, led by this young little upstart from the KGB named Vladimir. Robert says, bet, you want to get a spy? Vladimir and them say, yup. Boy, I'm too slick. The FBI said, we got you. Robert said, They said, no, behind you, Robert, we got Ames. America catches a guy named Ames who was also giving information to the Russians. But so much information was being given out, they knew there was another traitor. So America had to get drastic. I told you the Soviet Union fell. Well, there was a lot of KGB agents that were out of work. So America starts hiring them. KGB KGB agent tells America one of your biggest traitors is a guy named Ramon. Remember the name he used earlier, Ramon. KGB agent is showing the CIA and the FBI all the letters that Ramon, Robert, was giving them. The FBI agent notices something, a racial slur directed at Japanese people. The FBI agent was like, I used to work with a guy who was pretty racist with Japanese people. His name was Robert. The FBI then matches fingerprints from the package. They match Robert's. And here's where it gets wickeder. Funny enough, the FBI still has to follow the law. And this is going to go to court. So the FBI said, let's get some more evidence. Calls Robert in and says, hey, we're giving you a big promotion, a big office. Robert was just about to retire, but remember he has a big ego. He takes it. They wiretap his office, but remember, Robert's an agent too. He notices his job isn't too hard. He says, it looks like they've given me a cushy job. He starts being careful and stores all of his information in a little tablet. The FBI knows they need to get that tablet. So they tell him, hey, Robert, let's go to the range. Robert declines, but remember his ego. The agent says, oh, guess you can't beat me. Robert says, let's go. They go downstairs to the range. Agents run in. They grab his tablet, some computer stuff, find out where his next drop is, return his tablet. Robert walks in his room, thing. He goes over to what was supposed to be his final contact with the Russians, and they swarm him. They take him to court, he gets life, they give him a psychiatrist, and it turns out they basically caught the Joker. For 20 years he was spying for the Russians. Bro got like $1.4 million, which was nothing for the information he was giving them. He was doing it for the love of the game. I tell you, he was weird. When he got caught, he said, what took you so long? The FBI read some of his letters, and they basically said, I know y'all.
What are you doing? Gotta keep the tan up. It's not a skin color, it's a lifestyle, Brian. So you wouldn't know that because you're white as a ghost. You're haunting this house with your whiteness, Brian.
My knuckles hurt.
What ounce gloves are you?
I only recently learned, I'm embarrassed just being a geographically starved American. I only, like in the last 5 years, fully understood the history between the Greeks and the Turks.
Oh, yeah.
I was on a Mediterranean cruise. We had a Greek tour guide telling us all about the wars, and then they got off, and then a Turkish tour guide got on, got a whole other story.
Well, they're lying.
I only recently learned.
Dexter, what were you doing with Saxon?
I wanted to make sure everything was handled perfectly, by the book, no mistakes.
But you don't even look here anymore. How are we going to explain this?
Obviously self-defense.
Dexter, what were you doing with Saxon?
I wanted to make sure everything was handled perfectly, by the book, no mistakes.
But you don't even look here anymore. How are we going to explain this?
Obviously self-defense.
Dexter, what were you doing with Saxon?
I wanted to make sure everything was handled perfectly, by the book, no mistakes.
But you don't even look here anymore. How are we going to explain this?